easy, delicious, healthy, high in protein, one-pot meal that can be made ahead of time. This is my way of meal prepping. I have 1 whole tomato here and some leftover canned San Marzano style tomatoes. You can use whatever tomatoes you have at home. I already chopped 1 large white onion. Let's chop the garlic and the tomato in small chunks. And this here is the heart of the dish. 3 different types of dried peppers. This one is called California peppers. I'm going to use 3. 3 Parsilla or Parsilla dried peppers. And few red chili peppers. These are the spiciest peppers out of all 3. So use with caution and adjust to your desired spice level. Parsilla or Parsilla peppers are mild peppers. These long California peppers are a bit spicier. And I'm going to need a couple of dried bay leaves and a stick of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds and 1 teaspoon of coriander. I have here 2.5 pounds of top round steak. This is a lean and cheap cut of beef. I chopped it roughly and seasoned with salt and pepper. Add to a preheated pot large enough to hold lots of liquid. Once they seared, flip them and sear on the other side. Make sure not to overcrowd the pot as this will not sear. They will cook and the flavor is different. You will need to cook the meat in 2 batches like I did. Remove from the pan. Don't worry about the darkness here, that's the flavor. Add chopped garlic, onion, coriander, cumin, bay leaves, and cinnamon stick. Sear for about a minute. Add chopped tomatoes and canned tomatoes if you're using any. Cook for 5 minutes. Season well with salt and pepper. Add stock. I have here 3 cups of unsalted chicken stock. That's what I had on hand, but I recommend using beef stock. You can even make your own. Highly recommend it. Add the peppers. If you like milder dish, remove the seeds. I love spicy food, so all seeds go in. I will only remove the top of it. It's hard and it's not going to cook through. Yeah, here this little tip, you don't want it. I like to tear them in half. These are very long. You just want to have not too small chunks, but small enough to fit in your pot. Add the meat back to the pot and cover it with additional 2 cups of stock. You want to make sure that all meat is fully covered with liquid so it doesn't dry out. And all that sauce is all the greatness here, so you want to have definitely enough sauce for the meat. Cover the pot and cook for an hour and a half on very low heat. So let's prepare a must-have side dish, and when you taste it, you will always make it with your tacos. 1 large red onion, 3 serrano peppers. They are very spicy, so you need to decide if you want to use them. I have cumin seeds, salt, pepper, and red wine vinegar, and a little bit of sugar. Let's start with the vinegar. I'm going to need 2 ounces. One teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, a little bit of freshly ground pepper, and mix until the sugar dissolves. Chop the onion finely. Serrano peppers. I'm using 3 because I really love the spice, but if you can't handle it, 1 is going to be maybe even too much. So you just have to adjust to your taste. Add to the bowl and coat them well with the vinegar mixture. You want to flip it over and over, and press a little bit so they can start releasing the juices. And I like to add some additional salt to make sure it's salty enough. Set aside for at least 1 hour. It is going to be ready when the meat is ready. And after an hour and a half, the peppers are softened, as you can see. Transfer all of them into a blender. Remove that cinnamon stick and bay leaves. Add as much liquid as you can retrieve from the pot. And blend it well. Look at this awesome color. You can taste and see if you need any extra salt. Transfer back to the pot. Cook covered for another 30 minutes on low heat. And here it is. The smell is just absolutely insane. The sauce is nice and thick. I'm going to serve it much differently than traditional birria tacos are served. That's the recipe I tweaked a bit to make it lighter, in case you're wondering. I'm going to serve it with these low-calorie, high-protein tortillas. Birria tacos are usually smaller, and you submerge them into the sauce, put on the preheated pan and fry it. It is a messy process, so I'm going to do it my way. I have here mozzarella cheese instead of the required Mexican cheese that they usually use for this one. And I have it here preheated pan, very low heat. And I'm gonna fold it like so and heat on the other side until the cheese melts inside. And I like to serve the meat separately in a bowl for everyone to make their own mess on their plate. You can shred the meat in your bowl a bit and spread it over the tortilla. And make sure to top it with the onions. You will not regret it. This dish can be made with all sorts of meats. I have made it before with chicken thighs, with different types of beef, with pork, anything that you can pretty much shred it. The sauce is where the flavor is. For more ideas on one-pot meals, check out one of these two videos next. And that's exactly where I'm gonna see you.